I understand, when you were wrong because you picked the team for the Super Bowl and they get bounced out in the first playoff game, you might harbor some animosity towards the guy that said, I told you so, I told you so.
You know what, man? We have some good conversations.
That's right.
Though.
That's
what
Louis
I like.
Riddick, ladies and gentlemen. Louis Riddick.
I learned something from you.
Is that right?
And that's important.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm so touched. I'm so touched because I certainly learned a lot from you. Now, let me ask you
this. I need to learn how to make you to make you see things my way.
There we go. Well, let me tell you what's not going to help you. All right, Todd Gurley, Los Angeles Rams, following their win last night against the Minnesota Vikings. We can't be beat right now. That's him. How you feel about that statement? Yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't either because you know what that usually does. It usually sets you up to take some team lightly that you think can't really compete with you personnel-wise. Mm-hmm. And what happens is it's like a Buffalo-Minnesota situation.
Right.
That's exactly what Minnesota thought when Josh Allen came up there making his first start. And they got drugged all up and down their own field. That can happen to the Rams. They can have a bad game. People are telling them, though, as Nick Saban would say, people are just filling them full. Y'all are great. Y'all are going to cakewalk right to the NFC Championship, probably to the Super Bowl. And they're starting to believe it. Now, they're confident. They should be, Stephen A. They're a good football team. But they've got holes. They can be beat. It's hard to stay humble in the NFL when people are all over you like they are with the Rams right now.
What are the holes? What are the holes of the Los Angeles Rams? Okay.
Offensively, I can't even really say. Honestly, I can't find one.
Really?
Okay?
Really?
Offensively. Mm-hmm. Because, starting with the quarterback they got, what flaws does he have?
Really? What flaws? Because he had a perfect game last night? That's what we living off of? That's what we living off of?
If perfect is perfect, then it's perfect.
158 with 0.3 passer rating. 5 touchdown passes, 465 yards passing. He was absolutely exceptional, but I didn't walk away from this game thinking about how exceptional Jared Goff was. I walked away thinking about how awful Minnesota's pass defense was. They are a shell of what we expected them to be.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but as we've talked about, there's a few contextual throws. I'm going to coin that phrase right now that may lead you to believe that even against a good defense, he would still be able to make those throws. Okay. Now, he got sacked, once last night, I believe.
That's right.
That's it.
Sit back, taking pitches.
You know what teams are going to start doing? They're going to start saying, hey, look, if we sit back, they're just going to pick us apart. They got too many good people. We got to get to that quarterback. Mm-hmm. So teams are going to start taking their shots at Jared. There's no question. The holes are on defense. The holes are at the safety position on defense. The holes are that they don't have an outside edge rusher to go with Sue and Aaron. And if you can block them up, if you can just keep it firm in the middle and throw the ball in the middle of the field, you can move the ball and score points on this team. The problem is, can you score enough to match their offense? That's the problem. So it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to beat them. It would take a lot to beat them on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. But in the NFL, they don't play series. They play one-off games, especially when it counts the most in the playoffs. It's do or die. It's single elimination. So I'm just worried a little bit about the fact that I don't want to hear their players saying that at 4 games into the season. I don't want to hear that.